In a quiet, dimly lit office, a girl with long, soft, pink hair sits in front of a laptop, her eyes focused intently on the screen. The glow of the monitor illuminates her delicate features as she types with quiet determination. Her surroundings are organized. Notebooks, pens, and a desktop computer sit neatly beside her. Thoughts race through her mind as she contemplates a significant matter. Lee's remuneration is probably not a small amount of money in this world. She knows that hiring someone of his caliber would come at a steep price, and yet the idea seems to linger in her thoughts, not entirely out of reach. Her fingers pause slightly on the keyboard as she does some mental math, the weight of financial decisions pressing down on her. There are about $3 billion in investment, so inviting him is not impossible. The figure echoes in her mind. $3 billion. With such a massive investment backing the project, even someone as high-profile and elusive as Lee could be brought on board. The realization sparks a glimmer of hope. Maybe this ambitious project is more realistic than it first seemed. Turning slightly, the girl lifts her gaze and speaks to the man standing beside her, someone clearly involved in the production as well. Her expression is serious, thoughtful, and laced with curiosity. So, how much dividend can our film crew get in this investment? Now that the budget and potential casting are on the table, she wants clarity. It's not just about hiring a star, it's about ensuring that the crew, the lifeblood of the film, gets their fair share of the profits. She's not just dreaming, she's planning smart. In the silence of a tense moment, thoughts flicker like candle flames in the mind of a calculating observer. He watches her carefully. This woman who, despite the fear in her eyes, never forgets her purpose. Even in the face of uncertainty, she remains sharp, turning a moment of weakness into opportunity. Her fear does not paralyze her. It fuels her. He can't help but marvel at her ability to think on her feet, to bargain and negotiate even in a vulnerable position. This woman, he thinks, even though she's scared, still doesn't forget to take advantage of it to make more profit for her film crew. The air between them is thick with a mixture of tension and fascination. He leans in closer, his cool, confident gaze locked on her. Dressed impeccably in a tailored suit, his fingers gently lift her chin, in a gesture that is both controlling and oddly tender. She doesn't pull away, though unease trembles in her posture. Her pink hair cascades like silk, brushing against her shoulders as she looks up at him. He smiles, a calm, unreadable smile that hides as much as it reveals. There is a strange intimacy in their but beneath it lies a negotiation, a test of power, and a silent challenge waiting to unfold. Breaking the silence, he begins to speak, not with sweet words, but with numbers and conditions. His tone is steady, his terms ruthless, yet fair in a businessman's world. If it earns money, your side will get 30% of the royalties from the commission, he declares. But if there's a capital loss, if money is lost on the script writing or production, then your side shouldn't expect to earn anything either. How does that sound? His words hang in the air like the final clause in a contract. There's no room for sentiment here, only cold negotiation. It's clear now. He respects her not because of her beauty or fear, but because of her sharpness. And he's offering a deal not out of kindness, but because he knows she's worth betting on.
In a bright, cheerful atmosphere filled with soft pinks and floral sparkles, a girl with long pink hair beams with joy. Her eyes are closed in a happy squint, cheeks flushed as she laughs warmly. Clearly excited, she confidently declares, "So let's decide like that!" Her positive energy and enthusiasm light up the scene, suggesting an important decision has just been made, one that she's wholeheartedly in favor of. A sleek black printer sits atop a wooden desk, humming as it prints out an important document. The paper slowly emerges from the tray, and the bold word contract becomes visible on the page. The seriousness of the moment contrasts with the previous lightheartedness, hinting that the decision just made is now being formalized. Something official is happening, something that could change everything. In a modern office overlooking the city skyline, a tall man in a suit stands beside a seated girl. The same pink-haired character from before, now looking much more serious and slightly tense. The man glances back at her with a businesslike expression and instructs her with authority. "You will sign here with the nominal of your film crew." She stares at the document before her, the wake of responsibility settling in. The mood has shifted from excitement to a sense of formality and obligation. This contract isn't just hers alone. It involves her entire team. In a sleek, modern office filled with tension and quiet ambition, a man dressed in a sharp, dark suit confidently pushes a contract across the desk. The document stops just in front of a young woman with long pink hair and an elegant, soft pink dress. She looks calm, but her presence hints at something deeper, perhaps determination wrapped in grace. The narrator's voice cuts through the silence. With the leader's personality, having a piece of cake suddenly falling from the sky, he definitely won't miss this opportunity. This isn't just a deal, it's a rare chance, one that the leader is all too eager to seize. Without hesitation, the woman picks up the pen. Her fingers, delicate yet steady, glide across the paper as she signs her name, Xia Qing. There's no doubt in her hand, no tremble. She knows what she's doing and what this agreement might cost or gain her. The moment is quiet, but the sound of the pen moving against paper feels thunderous, marking the beginning of something important, perhaps life-changing. The man, now composed and satisfied, reaches out to pick up a sleek, black business card from its holder. The golden text glimmers under the light, symbolizing status, power, and deep connections. He holds it between his fingers like a seal of fate, ready to be passed to someone who has just entered his world. This card isn't just a formality. It's an invitation into the inner circle, a sign that the deal is sealed, and there's no turning back. The man, dressed sharply in his suit, leans slightly forward with a calm but authoritative expression. His tone is confident as he speaks to the girl across from him. "Later, if you need more money to invest," he says, "just bring your ID card to the financial department to get money." His words carry a sense of power, as if unlocking a door of opportunities for her. He reaches out his hand, holding out a black card decorated with golden letters. The girl with soft pink hair looks up at him from where she sits. The scene captures the moment just before she accepts the card, a gesture that seems to mark the beginning of something significant. Behind them, books are stacked neatly, suggesting a business-like setting. Her eyes sparkle with a mixture of excitement and gratitude. She beams brightly, her violet eyes wide and glowing with hope. "Thanks, sir," she says, clutching the card carefully as if it's something precious. Her entire face radiates enthusiasm, unaware of what awaits her ahead. The girl lowers her head slightly, her expression becoming more serious as she listens to him again. "So, ask for permission, go first," he instructs her in a strict tone. She seems to take a deep breath, preparing herself. The formal atmosphere of the room weighs on her shoulders. She pushes herself up from the chair. Her movements are hesitant but determined.
The long pink skirt she wears flows softly as she rises. The girl straightens her back and turns slightly. Her wide eyes show surprise, as if something unexpected has caught her attention. The light from the large windows shines behind her, creating a glowing backdrop. Suddenly, everything shifts. A loud "ah" bursts from her mouth as she stumbles. Papers scatter into the air around her, swirling like snowflakes in the wind. Her pink hair whips around, emphasizing the suddenness of the fall. She falls backwards, arms flailing, yet there's almost a comical innocence in her expression. Her eyes squeeze shut, her mouth open in a startled cry. It's a moment frozen between panic and clumsiness, a complete contrast to the serious atmosphere from just moments before. Her delicate legs cross as she takes a careful step, the soft pink fabric of her dress swirling lightly with her movement. It's a graceful motion, but beneath it, there is an unsteady rhythm, as though she's about to lose her balance. The polished wooden floor reflects a faint glimmer, emphasizing the fragile tension of the moment. The man leans closer, his sharp suit framing his tall figure. His voice is low, almost teasing as he looks down at her with a half smile. "Want to go? I still have not finished eating," he says, his tone both casual and unsettling. His piercing eyes seem to trap her in place. Before she can react, he reaches out, pulling her closer. "Get back some profit amount from investment money, that's not too much," he whispers with a dangerous edge. The sudden proximity makes her cheeks flush a deep shade of red as their lips meet unexpectedly. Her hair flares out around them, capturing the shock of the moment. The world seems to narrow around them. His arm is firm around her, holding her steady, while her hands freeze mid-air. Her body stiffens as his lips press against hers. She didn't expect this, didn't ask for it. Her eyes widen before squeezing shut, overwhelmed by the intensity. Later, the girl stands with the document pressed tightly against her chest. Her face is still flushed, a mix of embarrassment, confusion, and something she can't quite name. Her violet eyes flicker downward, avoiding everything around her. The moment lingers in her mind against her will. She grips the folder harder, her heart pounding. A voice echoes in her head, her own voice. "What am I thinking like this?" She shakes her head slightly, trying to push away the memory, but the warmth on her lips lingers like an unwanted ghost. Finally, she rushes toward the elevator. Her long pink hair flows behind her like a ribbon in the wind. The glowing number above the door reads 26F. She presses the button without hesitation, desperate to leave the suffocating room behind. The polished metal doors reflect her faint, flustered figure. As the elevator door opens with a soft ting, she steps out gracefully, the hem of her pink dress catching the light with a gentle shimmer. Her heart pounds, but she forces herself to keep walking. There's no time to hesitate now. Determined, she grips the blue folder tightly in her hands and quickens her pace. "Move fast," she tells herself, her violet eyes focused ahead. The air seems to rush past her as the background blurs, capturing her urgency and determination. But then, disaster strikes. A misstep, a sudden imbalance, and the folder slips from her hands. A startled cry escapes her lips. "Ah!" The world slows down as the papers begin to flutter. The crisp white sheets burst into the air like scattered petals, swirling chaotically around her. It feels as if every important page is mocking her panic, falling farther and farther from her grasp. She drops to the ground, clutching the nearly empty folder to her chest, eyes wide with panic. "My contract!" she cries out, her voice trembling. The very documents she needed most are now scattered everywhere. The floor is littered with papers, pages of hard work, deals and promises, now scattered like a storm's aftermath. She frantically reaches for them, knees brushing the cold ground, desperate to collect every single one. Then, a hand appears among the flying papers. It's not hers. The elegant wristwatch gleams under the light as slender fingers gently pick up one of the sheets. A silent presence enters the scene, someone unexpected, someone who has just witnessed her moment of chaos.